Aha! There you are. Welcome. Welcome to the next adventure of the famous Pig Detective. What's that? You don't know who that is? Have you even played Pig Detective? Because if you haven't, I recommend you leave now and do just that. Oh, you have played it, but it was a long time ago and you don't remember what happened? Well, in that case, allow me to refresh your memory. This is Pig Detective. He is a private investigator. This is Gloria. She owns the Cheese Palace. She is also Pig Detective's client in an important case. Her bouncer, Butch the dog, is in jail because he stole a mysterious thing from Mr. Cromwell, a local rich dude. Butch claims he is innocent, but a piece of paper with a paw print seems to incriminate him. During his investigation of the case, Pig Detective has a deadly encounter in the powder room of the rat hole, that wretched hive of scum and villainy. He is seriously considering quitting his job when there is a mysterious knock at the door. Who is the caller? What happens next? Out now in Pig Detective, Adventures in Cowboy Town.
Well, howdy, stranger. It ain't none too often the strangers come to Cowboy Town, and if they do, it usually means trouble. We old-timers, we still remember the day when the last stranger came to Cowboy Town. Well, when he first showed up, I took him for a real greenhorn, let me tell you something. But he surprised us all. I'm gonna tell you a little story. Now, Cowboy Town was in a real state back then. The river was running green and poisonous. Cockroaches as big as horses were coming out of the mines. And worst of all, the old sheriff had mysteriously disappeared. Mr. Rayburn, a real mean owl fella, he'd just about taken over the whole town. But then the stranger came to town. He waged battle on the cockroaches in Kate's saloon, and then he went straight into the mines and he brought us back our shares. Well, Little Piggy helped with that, but that's only to be expected. Little Piggy, he's the cleverest pig in town, after all. Now, that stranger I'm talking about, he was the famous Pig Detective. You heard of him? He had to go to Big Town after saving us, but we'll never forget him. And I do hope he'll never forget us. Because when we get in trouble again, we need a friend. I want that friend to be Pig Detective. Now let me buy you a drink, you big galoot. Walk with me on the sun. Rest your head on my shoulder. In the cool autumn breeze, would you call out to me? Oh, sweet melody.
I am Cat Detective. I am the greatest detective in Big Town.
I'm sure you are.
Jep, that's me. Greatest detective in Big Town. Come to think of it, maybe the greatest detective of all time. And what do you do?
Who, me?
I'm just a humble vacationer.
Well, not everyone is cut out to be busy and important. Like me. The greatest detective of all time. Aren't you dying to know what makes me the greatest detective of all time?
Not particularly.
Sure you are! I am the greatest detective of all time because I can find out anything about anyone. If there is dirt to dig up about you, I will dig it up. If you have secrets, I will find them out. Does that make you uncomfortable?
Not particularly.
Ah, they all say that. And I always say, you don't have to like me for it, but I can't help being honest.
I could kill that cat.
Hey, easy, pal. Ain't that a little over dramatic? Hey, can I ask you something? You been going through a lot of stress of late?
Now you mention it, I guess I have.
Hey, no need to feel ashamed. It happens to the best of us. If you need an open ear, you can come to me anytime. Lending an ear to the dejected, that's kind of part of my job. The other part is torturing their ears, am I right? I'm the singing bartender. Good to meet you, pal.
My name's George. I'm here on vacation.
Hey, Skipper, we got a cat overboard here. Hey, cat overboard. Quick, George, save the cat. Yeesh, that's one wet cat.
Well, thank you, Porky. Not that I needed any help in the first place. Don't you know that cats have 9 lives?
Look, George, there's the island. Hey, look at that. Relax Island, George. Ain't it something? Palm trees wafting gently in the breeze. Hot springs bubbling for your pain release. Like a reef to explore with fish galore. Yes, I come here every year, George. And it's the holiday of a lifetime. The hotel bar is better stocked than any bar in Big Town. Heck, it might just be the greatest bar of all time. Believe me, George, one day on Relax Island will feel like a week.
Beyond the waves breaking over the sand lies an ancient and magical land. So much beauty for a stranger to find, the perfect haven for body and mind. About the springs glowing nuclear green, where folks will go never again to be seen. Limitless wonders for all to behold, as long as you do what you're told.
Can I take your luggage, sir?
Definitely. I am much too busy and important to carry my own luggage.
I guess I'll carry my own luggage. That goes here. No. 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 That goes there. Just carry this bit. Yep. Okay. Yes. And that goes here. That goes there. Just carry this bit. And we're good. Fully loaded.
Hello, hello. Another guest?
I'm on vacation.
But I assumed the hotel was completely booked. Never mind, good chap. I do prattle on sometimes. My name is Plummage, by the way. That's Lord Plummage, actually. But my friends call me Plummy. I've never had a friend who was a pig before, but first time for everything, I suppose. Oh, do go on and go in. Don't let me keep you. I expect I'll be seeing you around the island. There's quite a lot of it, and I will be painting it all.
Excuse me?
Excuse you? You wait in line, Porky, just like everyone else.
I'll be with you in a minute, dear. Now, if you could just sign our guest book right here, and I will get you your key. You will be in room 207.
Room 207? But I told you, I want the violin room.
Well, I am sorry, dear, but I have told you I can't give you the violin room. It is already taken.
Already taken? But how can it be taken if I wasn't here to take it? Don't you know who I am?
No, dear, but you can put it in our guest book.
I am the famous cat detective.
Oh, that's very nice, dear. But it won't change anything about the rooms, I'm afraid. You're in room 207.
But I don't want to be in room 207. I can't be in room 207. The violin room is the only room I can be in. Do you want to know why?
No, dear, I don't. But I'm sure you will tell me.
Well, if you must know, the violin room is the only possible room for me because it has a violin in it. All great detectives play a violin. And I am the greatest detective of all time. So it follows that I must have the violin room. Do you understand that?
Yes, dear, but you see, the violin room is already taken. The hotel is almost completely booked. Room 207 is the last room I have left. It is a very nice room, too.
Oh, very well. I'll take it. But I must say this is very shabby service. And no way to treat the greatest detective of all time.
Please sign the book for your key. Now, how can I help you, dear?
I need a room.
Or a room? Do you have a reservation? Well, I am sorry, dear, but we are completely booked. I just gave away my last room.
But I won this vacation. Here's my letter from Rayburn's Humbugs that says so.
Your what?
My letter says that I won the Great Rayburn's Humbugs raffle. It says right here. First prize, 1 week vacation in luxury hotel Relax Grand on Relax Island. Starting today. You see?
I am sorry, dear, but I've never heard of this raffle. And we are completely booked.
But it says here that I won a week's vacation. Starting today.
You take part in raffles, Porky? What a stupid way to book a holiday.
Come to think of it, I don't remember taking part in any raffles.
Where has that wretched diva got to now? The shoot was supposed to start 20 minutes ago.
Bet it's that dandy character. I never knew a doc spent so much time with a makeup artist. When he's not even getting his makeup done.
As his manager, I advise Mr. Gander not to talk to just anybody.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't let you into the elevator with all that luggage.
Excuse me. There seems to be a misunderstanding about the vacation that I won in your raffle.
My raffle? I do not organize any raffles. And if I did, I would not let you win any of them. And what are you doing here anyway? You should be dead.
Dead?
Did I say dead? I must have got a humbug stuck in my windpipe.
But...
Georgie Porgy! What a pleasant surprise!
Diva? I thought I told you not to call me Georgie Porgy, Duckling.
Oh, please. You've never approved of anything I do.
That's not true. What are you doing here anyway?
I'm working. We're making a film.
Duckling, how many times have I told you? Ducks should not be in films. We've talked about this so many times.
Oh, nonsense, Georgie Porgy. Dandy is in the film too. And he is a duck.
Oh, really? And what role does he play?
He's the monster. It's a monster movie.
Ah, it's a monster movie. Do you think that makes the monster the leading man? What did he say?
Oh, stop being jealous, Georgie Porgy. We agreed you would not stick your snout into my affairs anymore. Anyways, what are you doing here?
I'm here on vacation.
On vacation? You?
I can go on vacation if I want to.
But that is so unlike you. And anyways, Detox Island is hardly the place for vacation. I'm still the same old joker, Georgie Porgy.
I told you not to call me that.
Oh, you're just too funny! Isn't he funny, Dandy?
Looks like I won't be staying here anyway. Apparently, the hotel is completely booked.
Completely booked? Oh no. Well, let's see about that. I'm frightfully sorry to bother you with this, Mrs. Meek, but this gentleman here needs a room.
Oh, I know, dear. He told me so, but I'm afraid we are completely booked.
Oh, I understand, Mrs. Meek. Wasn't there any old room you could give him? Like an attic room or something?
I'd be content with that.
Well, there is an attic, but you don't want us to put the guests there, dear. One of our chambermaids stayed in the attic until she said she wouldn't anymore. She swore it was haunted.
I know! Give him my room.
Your room?
Your room, dear? But that's... your room.
Where will you stay?
It's no trouble, really. I can easily stay with Dandy in Mr. Duck's room.
No trouble? You staying in a room with another duck?
I dare say there might be trouble, dear.
Really, Duckling, this is inconceivable. You working in films and wearing trousers is one thing, but staying in another duck's room...
Oh, come off it, Georgie Porgy. Just give him my key. And please, tell the bellhop to move my things. I'm late enough for my shoe as it is.
But...
Look, Georgie Porgy, I dearly love to argue with you about this, but I really don't have the time. They're waiting for me. I must go. You can thank me later. Meet me in the hotel bar later, and then we can talk.
Well, that is one decisive young duck, dear. I'll get you your key. Please sign the guest book in the meantime.
Room 11. It must be on this floor.
I think I've managed to pack all of Miss Diva's things. If there is anything I overlooked and you find it, could you please just give it to her yourself?
Of course I can.
I'm much obliged, sir. Oh, and one more thing. Please do not attempt to play the violin. Mrs. Meek would be very put out if anything happened to it. It has great sentimental value for her.
I can't believe it! They put you in the violin room, Porky? What did you do to get the violin room? I wanted the violin room. I always get the violin room. They told me I couldn't have it, and now you have it. It's not fair.
Why is it so important to you which room you stay in? Do you even play the violin?
Do I even play the violin? Of course I play the violin. All great detectives play the violin. Not that you would know anything about that, Porky.
The violin's a tough instrument.
Not that tough, apparently. Have fun with your violinless violin room, Porky.
Oh no! Oh, that's a long way down. What will Mrs. Meek say? Oh, what a mess! What? Oh. Oh no, it's broken. What will Mrs. Meek say? I need to get this fixed. This looks dangerous. Shouldn't be left lying around. People might hurt themselves. I found a rope. Rope's always useful. I don't have any coins.
Oh dear, I'm afraid to ask, but what are you doing exactly?
I was just getting the violin.
You would? Well, that isn't the proper way to start off a holiday at all, dear.
Probably not.
Some people never learn to relax. It's in their nature. It seems like you need some guidance in that department. Come along, dear. The doctor is in.
You were the doctor?
As you see, dear. You seem surprised. I studied medicine and practiced as a doctor before I changed over to the hotel industry. That is my dark past, so to speak. You of all people should know what it is like to have a dark past, Mr. George. As I'm fond of saying, we all have a past, only some of us keep it darker than others. But you're entitled to your secrets, young man. In here, the past is irrelevant. All that counts is your present state of health. I shall examine you now.
How embarrassing. Can we at least close the shutters? Thank you.
I am now going to measure your relaxation degree. Please open your mouth. Oh dear. I really wonder why your feline friend called you Porky this morning. The scales say you are quite a lean pig.
Cat Detective is not my friend.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. For some people, it is much better for your health if you keep your distance. Please run on the treadmill.
But I never run.
But you should. Running is good for your health. It also makes you go faster. You can get to faraway places in a jiffy.
I can't keep this up.
Yes, that's quite enough now. Don't hurt yourself. Please hold the ball steady and jump.
But I never jump.
I think I'm beginning to see your problem.
Hop. 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 Hop.
Well, that jump is not very impressive. Still, it might be enough to get you out of some sticky situations. Well, it is all quite as I thought. You are overworked, underfed, and stressed out. Here is a list of all the recreational activities that we offer on this beautiful island. There is also a map so you can find them better. Please, try to do every one of these activities today. And no skipping. You are not on holiday. You are here to relax. Oh, and one more thing. I don't know what you did to contract that unsavory green glow. But I can tell you that it is not very healthy. For detoxification purposes, I am prescribing a liver wrap. Please be in your room at 5:30 so I can administer it. In the meantime, enjoy your stay. Let me assure you, one day on this island will feel like a week.
That was a lot to take in.
Hey, buddy, can you get the piano fixed already? You're getting on my damn nerves. This is supposed to be a holiday.
Hey, I'm not a bunny, pal.
Yeah, and I'm not your pal, Bunny.
Aha! Here comes another of our secret brotherhood. Well met, Pinky.
Brotherhood?
Ah, come on now. I see how it is. You're one of these hush-hush types, right? It's all very secret. Yes, yes.
Eugene, what are you talking about? You know we're not supposed to speak of the ceremony with strangers.
Strangers? I don't see any strangers, Joyce. The pink fellow is a guest just like us. I bet you my last penny he's in on it. Isn't that right, Pinky?
In on it?
Oh, come on. You're not going to keep that up until tonight, are you? Until we don the purple robes and chant the chanty chants and all that?
Eugene!
well, the little wife is not pleased with me. You best run along now, Pinky, so she can scold me properly.
Strangled that dumb mutt by now for crimes against music. I can't mix a cocktail under these conditions. Hey, buddy, can you get the piano fixed already? You're getting on my damn nerves. This is supposed to be a holiday.
Hey, I'm not a bunny, pal.
Yeah, and I'm not your pal, Bunny.
Really, Deirdre? What are you doing with that invitation again? Are you trying to learn it by heart? I am just trying to memorize the directions to the venue, Harold. It's always nice to know where one is going beforehand. I like to be prepared, even if you don't. Well, I'm not going to bother. Everybody else is going tonight, so I will just follow the crowd at showtime. That will get me where I want to go.
Welcome to the Radon Spa, sir. How may I help you?
I'm afraid I have this place on my checklist.
Let me check if we have a vacancy for you today, sir. I am sorry, but we are booked up for today, sir. But if you come back later, there might be a spontaneous vacancy. Radon inhalation can be tough to handle for beginners. A lot of people drop out, so to speak, sir.
Thank you. I'll be back.
I say, Porky, now what do we have here? I reckon it looks like the police line at a crime scene. Do not cross. Ha 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 ha.
It says no trespassing.
That's not the proper detective spirit, Porky. This needs to be investigated. Follow me! Aha! Now what's this?
You probably shouldn't touch it. It might be dangerous.
Are you for real, Porky? How can a single pig be so boring? Well, you run along now and be dull. I'm going to stay here and investigate. Because I'm a detective. And detectives are curious and daring.
You! All I hear is you. I have news for you, Ducky. Everything is not about you. You are going to shut up and listen to me for a change. And don't go signing at me now. I know all your tricks.
Diva! No!
Cut! everything all right back there? Are you okay? What do you think you're doing here? This is a film set, not a boardwalk. Actually, I don't want to hear it. Get out of there and stand over here. And don't make a sound. I'm so tired of this scene, I'm going to scream! Everybody on their marks. We're taking it from Mr. Gander's speech. Lights! Camera! And action. Cut! What is it now?
I found this plug.
And who are you?
I am Cat Detective, the greatest detective of all time.
I can't believe you people. This is a film set, not a fun fair.
I think that's the cable for the generator.
I found it. I'm a very great detective.
You found it?
It was connected to a big noisy machine.
That machine is a power generator. It generates power. Power that we need for our shooting. So kindly put the plug back where you found it at once.
Not going to. This machine is noisy. It disturbs my peace. Peace that I need for my relaxation. I'm here on vacation, you know.
And I'm trying to make a motion picture. You know what? Wrap it up. I'm tired of this.
Well, George, that's just great. Thank you very much. Why is it that you ruin my life every time you just happen to show up in it?
Oh, now I'm George all of a sudden.
Well, I'm angry with you now, George. Barging in on the set like that, making a fuss.
But I thought you were in danger. There was a monster. I was trying to save your life.
Oh, don't give me that. You knew full well we were making a film. And you knew there was a monster. How do I know you knew? I know you knew because I told you. But you never listened to me, do ya? All these years passed and I was hoping something would have changed between us. But you just don't listen. I hate you. I hate you.
Well, you certainly have a way with the ladies, Porky.
Oh, shut up. I want to see what this does, but I don't have any change.
What's up, Mr. Pig? You want to borrow some snorkeling equipment? Snorkeling equipment means flippers and goggles, dude. So you can make like the fish. Too bad, man. Looks like I can't let you have the snorkeling equipment. You see, hotel rules and regulations specify you have to be properly attired for any ocean activities. Properly attired means bathing suit and cap at least. Which you are presently not wearing. Now that seems bad, but it is not unfixable. You can always change, dude. Come back when you've changed.
Ouch!
Whoa, dude. What an intense encounter.
No, why did it do that?
The crab? I don't know, man. Why does a crab do anything? Could be because you resemble his favorite food a little bit. I mean, have you ever seen a snout fruit up close? It's definitely uncanny. In any case, I wouldn't advise you to venture out any further into that beach, Mr. Nose.
This looks like a nice spot for snorkeling. Are they tropical fish down there?
Hey there, Mr. Pig. Now this is what I call proper ocean attire. Very stripy, dude. You wanna have the flippers and the goggles now? Here you go. Now you can make like the fish, dude. Did you scare the fish? Are you okay? Did you scare the fish? Hey, Mr. Pig, are you done snorkeling already? Come back anytime.
No, Gladys, I won't be home for this weekend. Yes, Gladys, I will be working next week too. We're making a movie, and movies take time. No, I don't enjoy being away from you. And I do not enjoy staying in this hotel. Everybody here is a weirdo. They stay up all night, and they sing when they go to bed. No, they sing wacky things. Like hymns, something about an octopus with many arms. Yes, Gladys, I miss you too. No, I miss you more. No, Gladys, I miss you more. No, Gladys, I miss you more. I miss you more than you miss me. No, Gladys, I am the person doing the most missing here. No, you got this mixed up again. I miss you more.
As your manager, I strongly advise you against this side gig that Mr. Rayburn is offering. These are my reasons. One, he wants it to be a secret, so you won't be able to put it in your resume. And two, you could get in trouble with the taxman. I say don't do it. I say...
Is that really you? I thought it was you. The great Gander himself.
I am the great...
No, I know what you're going to say. How do I recognize you, you wonder? How do I recognize the most famous radio disc jockey of Big Town, on sight? Well, I could say that is because I'm Big Town's greatest detective. Maybe the greatest detective of all time. But the truth is, I saw your face on the side of a bus once. You know, I listened to your radio show all the time when I was a little unknown detective. Take a Gander, it was called, back in the day. And now you're trying to break into films. Is that right? You want to know how I know? I deduced it. Because I'm a great detective. And because I saw you acting on the film set earlier today. But why are you starring in such a cheap horror flick? Let me guess. Your manager is no good, am I right? You need better gigs, Mr. Gander. And in order to get better gigs, you need to get a better manager.
As his manager, I advise Mr. Gander not to talk to his admirers. Mr. Gander's voice is far too valuable and not to be wasted in that way.
Are you implying that talking to me is a waste, buddy? I'll have you know I am the greatest detective in Big Town. Maybe the greatest detective of all time. People pay to talk to me, buddy. In that way, we seem to be a bit alike, Mr. Gander. Only, I am a bit smarter than you, apparently. If you were as smart as me, you'd fire that ratty manager of yours.
Not a word. Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Somewhere with less rabble. I could kill that cat detective.
The loon is out! Doyle the Loon Loonigan escapes from Barkham. Big Town is in fear as Barkham Correction Facility, BCF, announces the most hair-raising prison break in its short history. Critics of the facility have always pointed out that the most recent conversion of the bankrupt sanitarium left much to be desired in regards to modern safety standards for high-security prisons. They were now proven right. Barkham's most notorious inmate has tunneled himself to freedom with what appears to have been a spoon. Big Town's new chief of police shows himself to be appalled. "I am appalled," he told our reporter, while Barkham's main warden, Mr. Bilch, promises to restrict the distribution of spoons to Barkham's inmates at the kitchen's earliest convenience. Full story on page 4. I'll get him for this. Having a known criminal of Doyle the Loon Loonigan's caliber about isn't safe for the population in general. There is, however, one amongst Big Town's law-abiding citizens who should be more afraid than the general public. The pig who brought the loon to justice. "I'll get him for this" was reportedly scrawled repeatedly on the walls of the deserted prison cell. The crude drawings that accompany this message make it clear that the subject of the loon's hate is the same pig detective who busted his operation earlier this year. Pig detective was unavailable for comment due to being on vacation, as his secretary Miss Eller informed our reporter. Story continues on page 13.
This is nice. It almost feels like a vacation.
But have you noticed how unrelaxed the real vacationers are? It's almost like they're waiting for something to happen.
Now you're mentioning it. I think I can feel it too. It feels like the calm before the storm. Oh. Excuse me?
Yes?
I'm supposed to get a massage?
Good luck talking to them, monsieur. They are the oldest pair of dogs. You see, one of them is always lying, but the other one is always telling the truth.
I see. And which is which?
Oh, I could not possibly tell you that, monsieur. I cannot tell them apart. One dog looks like the next to me. I don't even know which hut they work at. Could be they are both working at the mud bath hut. Could be they are both working at the massage hut. Or then again, one could be working at the mud bath hut, and one could be working at the massage hut. Who knows? You see, one of them is always lying, but the other one is always telling the truth.
Looks like you've got yourself into a heck of a pickle there, Porky.
I am in charge of the mud bath hut. My brother over there is in charge of the massage hut. Well, one of us is certainly in charge of the mud bath hut, and the other one certainly is in charge of the massage hut. I am in charge of the mud bath hut. My brother over there is in charge of the massage hut.
You're not fooling me. You work at the massage hut.
Why, yes, that's right.
Porky, you amaze me. I didn't think you'd have it in you. Are you sure you're just a humble vacationer? You could very well be a detective with deductive skills like those. Not a famous one like me, obviously.
Can I have my massage now?
Oh no, I'm sorry, but we lost our keys. We can't open our huts without our keys.
Aha! Surely that is a mission for a great detective such as yourself, eh, Porky? Go find their keys for them, would you? I'm waiting for a massage myself here.
I'll find your keys.
Oh, would you? We lost them down at the beach. Such a lot of sand there.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I suspect you need a metal detector for that.
I'd like a coffee and one of these, please.
You ordering a donut, Porky? Are you out of your mind? You shouldn't be fooding like that. You're not exactly the leanest pig, is all I'm saying. Now, while we're talking munchies, this ain't no donut, Mr. Pastry Chef, sir. I could be wrong, but last time I checked, donuts had holes.
Je suis très désolé, monsieur. I do not know what this donut is you speak of. I am selling to you the tastiest brioche on this island, and they are never with holes. Instead, they are filled with the most scrumptious snoot fruit jam, n'est-ce pas? Ce chat is the worst customer ever, monsieur. He has been bothering me about his donut all morning. I tell him he is on vacation. He should try the native dish, but no. All he wants is his donut he can get at home, abominable cat.
I'll try the brioche. What is snout fruit jam?
Hey! What are you two whispering about, Porky? Are you having secrets? Can't keep secrets from me for long, that's for certain. Greatest detective of all time, that's me. Gonna find out everything, I am.
Greatest detective of all time, mon pied, oui. Greatest nuisance of all time, more like it. If all customers were like him, I'd make them into jam and fill my brioches with them. No disrespect intended, monsieur, j'en suis sûr. Your nose does not look like a snoot fruit at all. Just stay away from the crabs, to be on the safe side of the brioche, oui.
That is very good coffee. Reminds me of the coffee I get back home at Frederick's.
Oh, you know my cousin Frédéric, monsieur? Just like me, he orders his coffee from the finest roastery in Big Town. I receive my shipment every Friday at precisely 6 o'clock in the afternoon by ship.
That's good to know.
Excuse me, sir? You can't go in there without a towel. Can I help you?
Can I have a towel, please?
I'm sorry, sir. We're fresh out of towels.
But they're right there.
Oh, those? Yeah, they're all reserved for other guests.
Yeah, looks like the gate is locked. What's this? Is it some kind of treasure hunt? I need to solve this riddle.
Whoa!
Oh. I can't dive without proper snorkeling equipment. I need flippers and goggles.
Get lost, George. I am in no humor to talk to you just now. You always ruin everything.
Well, hello there. What do you know? It's the film shoot reunion and I haven't been invited. I have to say, my dear, you look absolutely stunning. And so does your fellow here, minus that hideous costume. What is it like, Mr. Duck, to have to play a monster? Wouldn't you rather play the romantic lead, like that great gander fellow? But wait, don't tell me. You can't, because of your voice. Am I right? That voice of yours is just the right voice for silent movies. You'll never be a proper leading man with an improper voice like that. You'll be stuck playing monsters until someone reinvents silent movies. Ha 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 ha. What's the matter, boy? Cat got your tongue?
Come on, Dandy. We are late for the radon inhalation as it is.
Oh well, I'll be off to find me some stimulating conversation instead.
Hey, Georgie. Hey, don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but you look like a guy who could use a drink.
You got a Bloody Mary?
Nah, Mary only works Tuesdays and every other Thursday. And that kind of language will get you a sock in the mouth, Limey.
Do you think I could get a mojito?
Hey, look, pal, I never cared for the punk movement, and this ain't no barbershop.
Can I have the Ratman Boppeth?
Well, here's a little drink that I think is sublime. You take a drop of whiskey, then you add in a lime. A little bit of soda make the drink go pop, and then we drink until we drop. Oh, 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 yeah. Tell me, what ails you? Is it that Doyle Loonigan?
Doyle Loonigan? Why should I be worried about that old crook? He's finally in prison where he belongs.
What, you ain't read the paper? Well, I ain't gonna spoil it, George, if you ain't read the paper.
Are you all right, sir?
Didn't you claim stuff down there is healthy? I guess I wasn't very sick to begin with.
It seems you're in luck, sir. There appears to be a spontaneous vacancy for the Radon Spa. Do you want to go in now?
Of course I do.
Very well, sir. I assume this is your first time trying radon therapy, sir?
Yes it is.
Now, for beginners, it's not advisable to stay in the spa for very long. Please take this time indicator with you, sir. When you've reached the bottom of the stairs, press this button. The device will tell you when it's time for you to leave. Now, when you're down there, take deep breaths and remember, it's good for your health.
That wretched cat detective. He was making fun of my voice, Diva. My voice. My voice is not funny. I sound like a duck. Don't I sound like a duck?
Well, yes, Dandy. You sound exactly like a duck.
You know, Diva, when I started in the movie business, there was one lesson I learned really quickly. If you look like a duck, you better sound like a duck. When I tried to get work as a young fledgling, I tried to get work with my normal voice. You know, the voice I use when I talk with you. But I could not get work with that voice. No, Diva, in movies, when you look like a duck, you have to sound like a duck. And I look like a duck. Don't I look like a duck?
Ah, yes, Dandy. You look exactly like a duck.
Confound that cat detective. I curse him, but I know that he is right. My voice was absolutely fine when movies were still silent. But now movies have sound. And who wants to hear the voice of a duck?
Plenty of people want to hear the voice of a duck, Dandy, darling. I, for one.
Oh, you. Unfortunately, the public is not like you. For years I have tried to repress the horrible truth, but Cat Detective forced me to finally admit it. The days of my glory are over, Diva. I will never play anything other than monsters ever again. Oh, I hate that Cat Detective. I could kill that Cat Detective.
Did you enjoy your inhalation, sir?
Thank you. It was very beneficial.
Oh, just you wait for the long-term effects, sir. Excuse me, sir. What is it, Ted?
I seem to have lost the key to the pump room. Have you seen it around here by any chance?
You lost the key to the pump room. Again. And you're asking me if I've seen it. Again. Little piece of advice, Ted. This is how I recover things that I have lost. I try to remember when I've seen them last. Now, the last time I saw the pump room key is when you opened the pump room with it this morning. When did you last see the pump room key, Ted?
The last time I saw the key was when I locked up the pump room again this morning. No, wait. I still had it when I tried to fix the piano in the bar later. I used it to open the piano lid.
You should look in the bar, then. I'll come with you. I could use a drink.
Hey there, Mr. Pig. Now this is what I call proper ocean attire. Very stripy, dude. You wanna have the flippers and the goggles now? Here you go. Now you can make like the fish, dude. Hey, Mr. Pig, are you done snorkeling already? Come back anytime.
I say, old chap, have you observed the local fauna? That snout fruit bears a striking resemblance to your nose.
Don't stand in my sun, please.
Aren't you hot in that outfit?
I am, but I have to wear it. It's my work outfit. I'm the bartender.
Then why are you out here and not in there tending bar?
Oh, I never have to work much when the singing bartender is staying at the hotel. Bless him. He spends all his time behind the bar anyway. He does my job better than I do. Speaking of which, would you be so kind and fetch me a cocktail? A cocktail would make my free time so much more enjoyable.
I can't take a towel that belongs to someone else. That would be stealing.
Hey, Georgie, how's your vacation going?
Vacation? That Mrs. Meek gave me a whole list of things to do. And to top it all off, there's a real bartender having a real vacation down at the beach. He wants me to bring him a cocktail.
What kind of cocktail shall it be, my friend?
Make it a good one.
I'll make my best cocktail for you, George. One you won't find on any menu.
Walk with me on
on the sand. Rest your head on my shoulder. In the cool island breeze, would you call out to me, love, sweet melody? There you go, George. Isn't it gorgeous? It's a relax on the beach. It's also the easiest cocktail in the world. Just put in anything you happen to have. Nothing can spoil this cocktail, except for snout fruit. Never put snout fruit in a relax on the beach, George. Wouldn't be very relaxing if you did.
What did you tell me about spoiling that cocktail again?
Spoiling a perfectly good relax on the beach? Only a snout fruit will do that. Always remember, George. Put your snout in the cocktail, but never the snout fruit.
This must belong to Diva. I guess the bellhop overlooked it when he picked up her things. Actually, I can't. The memories. It's too painful. A stay away from home is not so scary when you have pictures of your loved ones with you. There is nothing to hear. He must not be in. Here is your cocktail.
Oh, what a splendid cocktail. That singing bartender sure knows his stuff. Can you get me another one?
Ooh. Craft something? What do you think this is? Well, it isn't. Craft something. Okay. Huh? Ooh. Huh? I need another cocktail.
There you go, George.
Thanks. Here's your cocktail.
That is vile. Is that snout fruit I taste? What does that singing bartender think he's doing? I'd better go and teach him how to make a proper cocktail.
A towel always comes in handy. I found your keys.
Looks like we have to open up our hut then. Please undress and lie down on the massage table, sir. Please try to relax, sir.
If I was able to relax, I wouldn't need a massage.
Please be patient for a moment, sir. There is another customer that I have to attend to. I'm sorry for the interruption, ma'am. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, the neck muscles. I can feel a lot of tension in your neck, ma'am.
That is not tension, that is pain. Ouch! bath, cat detective, is such a pain in the neck. I could kill him, you know. Disturbing my beautiful film shoot with his antics.
Try to relax, man. Think beautiful thoughts.
The only beautiful thought that I have is that abominable cat's head on a platter.
Pardon my imagery. I make horror films.
I'm sure that's one bad case of a cat, ma'am. And that's it. You're good to go. Please come back and see us again if your schedule permits it. I'm sorry for the interruption, sir. Now, what do we have here?
Lower down, please. Run.
And that's the best I can do for you, sir. Please come back every day of your stay on Relax Island. You are the tensest pig I have ever laid paws on. Please undress and get into the mud bath, sir. Please close your eyes so I can apply the sea cucumber, sir. Sea cucumber on the eyes has a very soothing effect, sir. Please use your time in the mud bath to relax and unwind, sir. I will come back when the time is up.
Mr. Gander, I know your time is valuable, and I appreciate that you agreed to this business meeting. I can't tell you too many details, but I have a message, and that message needs a voice. The message is a big message, so the voice needs to be a big voice. A voice of big impact, I mean. And what voice would be better suited to my purpose than that of the great Gander himself? You are Big Town's #1 radio star. That makes you just good enough for my plan. Here are the lines that I want you to memorize. And here are some instructions that will lead you to the place of your performance. No, don't read them now. Read them later today. My factory whistle will go off at 5:30. That will be your cue. Read the instructions then, and follow them immediately. Oh, I know what you're going to say. What about the money? Well, I couldn't very well bring it with me to the mud bar. I'll meet you later in your room and bring you the money. For now, we should leave. This mud is getting cold.
The time is up. Please get out of the mud bath, sir. I hope the experience was relaxing, sir.
Did you bring a towel?
I brought my own towel.
Very good, sir. Enjoy your stay.
I know we should not be talking about work when we're in the bar. But I can't stop worrying about that key you lost here. You know, the key to the North Gate?
Oh, you can stop worrying about that.
Oh, you found it again? Oh, that is such a relief.
Well, I wouldn't say I found it exactly, but I do know where I lost it now. It must have been when I was taking a swim this morning in the hotel pool.
Oh dear, you lost the key to the North Gate in the swimming pool? What about the key to the South Gate? I hope you didn't bring that into the hot springs with you, dear. Water and keys seem to be a dangerous combination with you.
Oh, no. Don't you worry about that, ma'am. The key to the South Gate is safe and sound in the pocket of my uniform. And my uniform is safe and sound in the changing room. It's not like you to worry about keys so much. Is something else the matter?
Oh, bless you for asking, dear. Oh, one of the new guests is an absolute pest. Calls himself Cat Detective and demands to be put in the violin room of all places. And I remember him from last year when we did put him in the violin room. Such a horrible mistake. He kept us all awake at night scratching away at that poor old fiddle. Luckily, the violin room was already taken this time, but he made such a fuss about it. It was almost as bad as his violin playing. I know cats have 9 lives, dear, but I would gladly kill that cat detective 9 times over for just one moment of peace.
Oops, wrong door. This looks like it belongs to Mrs. Meek. Aha! A guard's uniform. Wait a minute. Does this mean... I knew this was the right cabin all along.
Hello, old chap. How on earth did you get down here?
I'm on a quest.
You're on a quest? How very adventurous of you. And what does that entail?
It entails climbing that tower.
Climbing the tower? That tower is utterly dilapidated. Legend has it the tower was built so the first settlers of this island could watch the ocean. I don't know what they were watching for, precisely. Some people say that it was something very dangerous, but that was a long, long time ago. Nowadays, the only dangerous thing is climbing that tower, but do go on, if you must.
Looks like these chairs are already taken. And Mr. Rayburn sure is a handsome owl, but this portrait seems a bit excessive.
I am the great octopus. Fear my wrath. I am the great octopus. Fear my wrath.
Excuse me. Are you selling something?
I have sea cucumbers and sea berries, my friend. Do you want some?
Are these popular island souvenirs?
Island souvenirs? Not that I heard of. They're a popular staple food for island folk. That's what they are. Used to be a time when everybody was harvesting their own sea cucumbers and sea berries. Well, that time has long gone now. Nowadays, most everybody works in the factory and nobody has time anymore for harvesting. Lucky for me, that means I don't have to work in the factory myself. Instead, I can sell sea cucumbers and sea berries to the factory workers. But I shouldn't talk about the factory at all. The owner of the factory doesn't like it when we talk about the factory to the vacationers. He doesn't like it when we talk to the vacationers at all, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, but I can't say any more.
Are you the violin maker?
What? Oh, aye, 'cause of the sign. I see. Aye, laddie, I was a violin maker when there was mere call for that profession. There's nae need for violin making on our island any mair. We used to be a fair fiddling folk, you ken, but nobody has much time for useless things nowadays. It's all work, work, work in yon factory. No, nobody needs an odd violin maker like this yon anymore. No, if I could export my violins to the mainland, that would be another thing entirely. But shipping costs are awfully dear.
Oh, I need a violin maker.
What have you done to your violin? It's gubbed.
Ah, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is kind of why I need a violin maker.
Well, I can't help you. See, the scroll came right off. It can't be saved. And I have been out of business for so long, I just dinna hae the spare parts lying around anymore. Come back with a new scroll and maybe I can fix your violin. And get me some glue while you're at it. Glue is what sticks things together after all. Now, off with you. I'm cleaning my sea cucumbers. Geese peace.
Get away from my truck. Mind your own beeswax.
Well, look who's here. It's that wee fella for the boat this morning.
Fellow? Isn't he the one that fell overboard?
No, that was the other one, remember? You know, the greatest detective of all time. This one's just another run-of-the-mill vacationer.
A vacation, eh? Down here. Fancy that.
Aye, well, he's right, you know. Isn't it often we get one of you fancy people down here slumming it with us simple folk? What's your name anyway, son?
My name's George.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance, George. And what is it you do?
I'm here on vacation.
A vacation? That's nice. Been ages since I had a vacation.
Oh, didn't you pay him any heed, son? We get plenty of free time. There's no enough work to go around at the factory, so we do odd jobs around the island. But there isn't much of that either.
The factory?
Aye, Rayburn's Seaberry Juice, made right here on this very island.
Shush! Mr. Rayburn doesn't like us to talk about the factory to strangers.
Mr. Rayburn? I'm no fear of Mr. Rayburn. What's he gonna do about it anyway? Fire me?
Let's have a song, shall we?
Oh, well, that's a bra idea. Hey, Badgin. Play it again.
Keep it down, boys.
Welcome to Gilman's Pub. I'm Mrs. Gilman.
Hello.
Good day, stranger. I'm sorry, but we're not talking to strangers.
I am really interested in your model ship.
I'm sorry, but we're not talking to strangers.
The secret password is octopus.
Oh my, I haven't heard that word uttered in here in a long time. You must be a great adventurer, my lad.
He was very entertaining. I got around quite a bit, you know.
Oh, of that I'm sure, my lad, of that I'm sure. You do know, of course, that you deserve a great reward for completing all these adventures around the island, don't you?
Ah, learning about the history of this beautiful island is reward enough for me.
Oh, that's just what they all say. Now, here is your reward. It's an ancient amulet, a trinket of great worth. It marks you as a worthy and adventurous explorer. Mind you, I would not wear it too openly if I were you. It's a cheap thing, really. You do know, of course, that this map originally used to be a game for kids, right? A game to entertain them for the duration of their vacation on the island. It was a long time ago.
For kids?
Of course, nowadays, there are hardly ever any kids on vacation here. New Hotel does not like them. It's a very posh place. Facials here, mud baths there, full of crooks and movie stars. No fun anymore. It used to be so different with the old hotel. But then, of course, that was before, when our own people still ruled the island. Used to run that hotel, too. All over now. But here I am, going on about things that I shouldn't be going on about at all. The hotel management doesn't like it when we natives talk to their guests, you know. Is there anything else I can do for you, my lad?
I am really interested in your model ship.
No, but I can't let you near our model ship. Ships are a serious thing and only for proper seafaring folk. Now, you might be a great adventurer, lad, but can you even tie a proper knot?
Just name the knot and I'll tie it for you.
Well then, I'd like you to show me. The double snubble.
That's some very impressive knotting, my lad. Look at our ship all you want.
Thank you very much. I appreciate a good ship. It's filled with sea berries. What's so secret about that?
Can we go back to the hotel now, Eugene? I'm sure we're not supposed to be out here.
Utter nonsense, Joyce. If we weren't allowed out here, the gate would have been locked.
But I want to get back to the hotel in time to dress up for the ceremony.
Really, Joyce? You are such a fusspot. Nobody will see what you are wearing. Those purple robes cover everything. And the ceremony doesn't start until 6 o'clock. As long as the tide is high, we have plenty of time.
I'm sorry, but I can't say any more.
only drink that glows like the deep green sea. Unwind and relax with Rayburn Seaberry Juice.
I can't combine these.
That is where we harvest the sea berries for our seaberry juice. The only.
Well, hello, old chap. And where did you come from? Don't you know there is no trespassing on this side of the fence? Well, don't let the guards catch you here, old chap. Word has it the owner of the factory is a miserable old owl. It's best not to tangle with him.
I brought the scroll and the glue.
So you did, laddie-o. Let's make a violin. Here's your violin, lad. Sorted. Try to treat it a bit better fae now on, eh?
What do I owe you?
Oh, just give me whatever you think it's worth, lad. Jeez, oh lad, that's a mighty fine payment. That might even be enough to put this yin back in business. Thank you very much, I'm sure. That's the shift at the factory switching out. It is 5:30. I need to get my tea on.
5:30 already? It's time for my liver wrap.
There, one lovely liver wrap snagging place, dear. Now all you have to do is lie down and relax and be detoxified. You can remove the wrap in half an hour. Have a nice nap, dear.
I hope there's good reason for this get-together.
Whatever it is, I hope you make it short. I have a previous engagement that I'm impatient to get to.
I'm afraid we will all have to stay here for a little while. There has been an accident. One of our guests is unfortunately deceased. I telephoned the police and they specifically told me to assemble all the guests for investigation.
Well, if that is the case, where is everybody? This is hardly all the guests. I'd say it's about half.
Ted, where are the other guests?
This is everybody I could find on such short notice.
Oh, well, be a dear and find the others.
Yes, Mrs. Meek.
Yes, why not the staff as well, Mrs. Meek?
Why, I don't know, dear. The police said it wasn't necessary. They only want to see the guests.
Bien, so I can go.
Oh, no, you can't. You saw it happen. You have to stay.
He saw what happened?
De murder, mademoiselle.
Murder?
Oui, mademoiselle. The Monsieur Cat Detective did not fall from the tower all by himself. There was another person with him. And that person pushed the cat to its death.
Pushed him from a tower? You're not saying that that annoying cat detective is dead?
I don't believe this. My cast needs their beauty sleep, and the crew has to rise and shine early in the morning. We cannot stay up all night waiting for the police to arrive just because of some trifling murder. We have a horror movie to make.
Not only do the police have to arrive, they also have to figure out who did it. That'll take all night. Too bad the only person who was professionally equipped to solve a murder was, murdered.
Oh, I've had enough of this. George, why don't you say something? Well, if you won't, I will. That cat detective wasn't the only detective on this island.
What does that mean? Whatever do you mean, dear?
Is there anything you want to tell us, George?
Yes, Georgie Porgy. Why don't you tell all these people who you really are?
I have a feeling your dark past is going to come out, dear. Well, a tiny chapter of it at least.
Are you people trying to tell me that you don't know who this bothersome fellow is? Why, he is a detective. The famous pig detective, no less.
Another detective? Great. That's just what we need.
What? I had no idea. But what a blessing, dear. If you really are a detective, it would save us a world of hassle. You just have to solve the case before the police get here. Then we won't have to have an investigation. Just figure out who the murderer is, dear, so we can all go to bed.
You say that as if it was easy.
Well, isn't it? All you have to do is tell us who had a motive. Isn't that...
That is exactly how it's done. Unfortunately, more than one person in this room had a motive to kill Cat Detective.
More than one person? He must have been a very undesirable cat for that to be the case.
Well, he was. From what I witnessed during my stay here, Cat Detective had plenty of enemies. In fact, the murderer could be anybody.
Anybody?
Well, obviously not you, Duckling.
Oh, thank you.
But, for example... You said you could kill Cat Detective because he made fun of your voice. I overheard you saying so at the Radon Spa.
Who? Me? You must be out of your mind.
You said you could kill Cat Detective because he disturbed the film shoot. I overheard you saying so in the massage hut.
You eavesdropped on me while I was getting a massage. I don't believe this. Okay, so I did say I could kill that cat for disturbing my film shoot. And you really think I would do that? In that case, aren't you afraid for your own life? You disturbed the film shoot just as much as he did. Maybe even more so.
Then why didn't you complain about me to your masseur as well?
Maybe I wasn't as angry at you. You seem kind of cute, in a dopey kind of way. Maybe I thought we could get a drink sometime or something. That was before you accused me of murder, of course.
What, me? I'm a manager, not a murderer.
You said you could kill Cat Detective because he said you were a bad manager. I overheard you saying so in the hotel lobby.
You nosy porker. It makes no sense to deny it. As his manager, I was talking to Mr. Gander in the lobby when Mr. Cat Detective interrupted us. He was very impolite and he did insult my competence as a manager. But he is an admirer of Mr. Gander's. And as his manager, I refrain from killing Mr. Gambler's admirers. It would be bad for business. You must admit that it could not have been me who killed the cat.
Me, dear?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, not at all. I'm flattered. I always fancied myself secretly as a more colorful character.
You said you could kill Cat Detective because he was making such a fuss about his room and because he was such a horrible violinist. I overheard you saying so in the hot springs.
Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, I did take a bath in the hot springs today. And I'm afraid I did see that I could kill that wretched cat for making such a fuss about his room and for being such a horrible violin player. I admit, that was not very nice of me.
Are you looking at me, George? Are you looking at me?
Actually, I don't think it was you. You don't seem to have a motive.
I'm mighty glad you came to your senses, George. For a moment there, I thought you had one cocktail too many. I never said I wanted to kill Cat Detective. Come to think of it, you said that, George. I overheard you on the boat this morning. Cat Detective hurt your pride, didn't he? Saying he was the greatest detective of all time. Do you think you're the greatest detective of all time, George? Did you kill Cat Detective out of jealousy? Or was it because he threatened to find out all your secrets? Do you have any secrets, George? And are they to kill for?
You're right. I do have a secret. I am Diva's father.
Whoa!
But I'm not a murderer. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell anyone what I just told you.
Hey, don't worry, George. Your secret's safe with me, pal.
You're saying I did it? But I'm the witness.
Actually, I don't think it was you. You don't seem to have a motive.
Thank you! For a moment there, I thought maybe I did kill the cat.
Is this some kind of joke? I own this hotel. Why would I murder the guests?
You said you could kill Cat Detective because he was annoying you. I overheard you saying so in the hotel lobby.
What utter nonsense. I sit in the lobby every morning to read the paper, but I am not in the habit of talking to anyone there. In fact, nobody dares interrupt me when I read the newspaper but yourself. It couldn't possibly have been me that you heard.
The police are here, Mrs. Meek.
Oh, thank goodness! The police! And you are just in time. Mr. Pig Detective here has just finished his investigation. I am sure he will reveal who the culprit is presently, and then we can all go and mind our own business.
Oh, please. Surely the police will want to conduct their own investigation.
Pig Detective is here? Oh, what a great pleasure to see you, George.
Likewise.
Now, what's this I hear? You have already identified the most probable suspect? Who is it, George?
Mr. Rayburn did it.
Mr. Rayburn? But he is a trusted and cherished pillar of big town society. I'm sure he isn't capable of committing a crime. You must have been thinking of someone else, George.
Mrs. Meek did it.
Thank you for doing all the legwork for us. I am certain you have chosen the correct suspect. Now we can all get back to Big Town in time for supper. But I must say I'm a bit disappointed. They told me on the phone that the great Gander would be among the guests. Why wasn't he there?
The Great Gander wasn't there? I never noticed. He wouldn't have been much good for the investigation anyway. His manager doesn't let him talk to people.
Well, I'm sorry I missed the opportunity to meet him. You know, I've always been a big fan of his. I used to listen to his radio show all the time, back when I had to work late at my old job in Cowboy Town. Well, if it's not too much trouble, maybe you could get me an autograph, George, old man?
Will do.
You know, I can't help but wonder, old chap, what was that all about?
I just solved a very important case.
Well, congratulations. What happened?
That annoying cat detective went and got himself killed.
I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, old chap, but I'm afraid I haven't the faintest idea who you're talking about.
It doesn't really matter, Plummy. The culprit's been found. It's time for a drink.
I don't know, Mr. Pig Detective. Are you sure you got the right one? Me, personally, I got my money on that Great Gander fellow. He's mighty suspicious. All the time he's been here, he's never said a word.
Seems to me that it's not yet time for that drink, old chap.
I have to find the Great Gander. Does he take these trophies everywhere with him? Now, where have I seen this before? What an impressive piece of sculpting. It belongs in a museum. This seems to be written in a foreign language, and it rhymes at the end. Is it a poem or a song? Looks like these braziers have been used quite recently. Somebody sure burns a lot of candles here. What an impressive piece of sculpting. I don't glow green anymore. That liver wrap must have actually helped. How very inconvenient when it's dark. Ah! Oh.
Hello? Can you hear me? Is this thing on? You have failed the jump of faith. Do you wish to be transported to safety, or do you wish to try again?
Well, that's just great, Deirdre. How like you to forget the invitation. Oh, now it is my fault, Harold? Why am I always the one who has to think of everything? I am so tired of this, I could scream. Mental load is a real thing, Harold. I read about it in a magazine. If you would just sheep up and do your part in this relationship, I would not be so tired all the time, and then I would not forget little things like invitations. Aha! So you admitted to your fault.
It sure looks like a lot of Rayburn's seaberry juice was consumed here tonight.
Good evening, sir. Do you have an invitation?
Well, not on me.
Entrance only by invitation, I'm afraid.
Mr. Gander. I've come to get you for your performance, Mr. Gander.
Please don't forget your head mask, Mr. Gander. That costume looks great on you, Mr. Gander.
Please wait while I lock the door, Mr. Gander. I just have to tell you, I'm your number one.
That was close.
Can't you stay out of trouble, dude?
What's that you're saying, little piggy? That nice pig detective is in trouble. You've got to go to Big Town? Today? Goodbye, little piggy. Take good care of yourself over in the Big Town now. Big Town ain't no place for a little piggy like him. But every little piggy has to grow up someday. And what's that saying? To love is to let go. Goodbye now, little piggy. Goodbye.
Knapsack and a pocket of nickels. Early morning when there's no one around. I hear the sparrows sing the song of the morning. Must have heard that I'm heading to town. The whistle blares and sit and stare at the dusty plains as they scurry away. Got no worries, just a grin and a promise. Every pig's gotta have his day. The big town calls my name. Everything's gonna go my way. Okay, bright lights and a sense of adventure. Who can know all there is to be found? I dust my knees, step onto the platform. Piggy's heading to town.
Pig Detective. Why is everybody asking me where to find Pig Detective tonight? Oh, I better not say. Him that was asking seems to be a dangerous kind of fellow. You don't want to get mixed up with the likes of them, little guy like you. You'd better get out of here. Big town streets at night is no place for a little piggy.
Well. Now what do we have here?
It's a little oinker.
Look at the little piggy coming to my market. You wanting to buy a gun, little one? Because if you're not wanting to buy a gun, you was better getting out of here real quick. Ribbit.
Look at the little oinker. He's got a trilby hat and a magnifying glass on him. What are you, Oinky? Some sort of detective? Hey, Doyle, is that the famous pig detective that got you in the cutter last time?
Are you making fun of me, little piggy? You'd better not be making fun of me. Bigger pigs than you have tried to make a fool out of me. And they're gonna regret it too. Especially that wretched pig detective.
You better look out, Doyle. That little oinker looks mighty dangerous. And we've all seen how much bad luck you've been having with the oinkers. Right, boys?
I've had enough of this. Deal with him, Danny.
You got it, boss.
Hey, you down there.
Hey, who's that?
You leave that little piggy alone, do you hear?
Come on, boys, let's get up. You ain't afraid of a little mousey, are you?
Who you calling afraid, you big dummy? Billy, you go first.
Get her ready.
Come here, little mousey. Stop it.
Thanks, little pal.
Get here.
Oh, no, you won't.
No. This isn't the end. We always meet twice in life.
You shouldn't be looking forward to that, you crook. Are you all right, little pal? That was a close call. Good work. Our ways separate here, little pal. I have to deliver this package. The Cheese Palace is just down that street. The owner, Gloria, is a very honorable mouse. She will help you find Pig Detective. Good luck, little pal.
fellow. Go right in. They're waiting for you.
なんて面白い豚だ。とても面白いジョークだ。
I don't get it. Why is the little piggy wearing a fedora?
Yes, I think it may be a comment on anthropomorphism in our modern society.
この豚はとても面白い豚です。
Did he just say pig detective? Did the little piggy say pig detective?
Interesting. It's a very clever concept and a rather endearing execution. The little piggy, looking for the great pig detective. It's a classic coming-of-age tale with a comedic undertone.
この豚をコメディアンとして雇わなければなりません。
You think pig detective is a funny subject, do you? I see you just haven't met him yet.
誰もこの豚をコメディアンとして雇わないならば、私が雇います。あなたはとても才能のある豚です。ここに私の名刺があります。パベルタウンを訪問するとき、電話してください。
You're asking me where you can find Pig Detective? If I knew where to find Pig Detective, he'd be in serious trouble.
Where is Pig Detective indeed? A very existential question for a little piggy such as yourself.
I have been trying to get a hold of Pig Detective myself lately. He's not answering his phone. That's all I know. Steve, why don't you go with this little piggy and show him where Pig Detective's office is? And tell him to call me at once.
Well, little piggy, here we go. I'll take you to Pig Detective's office.
Mr. George. Oh, I'm afraid he's not here. He's on a vacation on Relax Island, you see, and he left this morning on a boat.
Pig Detective is on Detox Island? That's horrible news. Can I use your phone?
Cromwell Manor. Gregory speaking.
Gregory, we have a problem.
Right. I'll send in the ducks. Pig Detective's in trouble.
I think I'm in trouble.
Trouble? You've been nothing but trouble. Every time I make a plan, you come and cross it. But this is the last time.
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Cat Detective.
It was an accident. My men had orders to kill the bothersome detective who was on the boat to the island this morning. And how was I to know that you weren't the only bothersome detective to come here today?
What have I ever done to you?
Done. You have seen too much, and you know too much. You snooped around Mr. Cromwell's house and almost interfered with his insurance scam.
Insurance scam? What insurance scam?
I needed that insurance money for my mining operation in Cowboy Town. Because of you, I had to borrow money from Mr. Sharkey instead.
I suspected as much.
Then you followed me to Cowboy Town and disturbed my plans there.
Plans? What plans?
You even found and freed that old sheriff. That old mongrel is a threat to every honest crook, which is why I had him abducted in the first place. And after you set him free, I had to make him chief of police in Big Town to get him out of my feathers.
Does the sheriff know about this?
And now you're here, bothering me again. I should have known. 3 times I've tried to kill you, and you've escaped every time. But you won't get away this time. Sacrifice him!
Now, you're in a real mess, laddie. But don't worry, I'll try to get you out of it.
Mrs. Gilman? What are you doing here? And why are you wearing a purple robe? Did Mr. Rayburn recruit you into his occult cult?
Shh! Not so loud, laddie. That evil bird doesn't know that we're acquainted. I am the High Priestess of the Great Octopus to you, and we was occulting here long before that fat old owl came to our island. He's just trying to exploit our cult culture for his own evil purposes.
I need to stop him.
You'll need to get out of that cage first. Are you still wearing that trinket from the scavenger hunt that I gave you? Dear congregation, we have gathered today to worship the Great Octopus. We are offering this sacrifice. But wait, what's this? He is wearing the ancient artifact. Can it be? It is true. The stranger is wearing the ancient artifact. He might be the Chosen One.
Chosen One. Artifact? My feathers? That is no ancient artifact. It looks like a toy. Sacrifice him!
Well, it does look like the ancient artifact to me. An artifact that only the Chosen One would wear. Legend has it that the Chosen One has flawless knowledge of the history of our people. Prove yourself, Chosen One. Tell us of the history of this island. But remember to tell it in order.
A great meteor fell from the sky. From the sea rose the creature. The city was sunk in the ocean. Our people built a hotel. The mollusk god is still worshipped here?
This narrative about the history of our people is completely correct. He is the chosen one.
Chosen one. Chosen one. He is the chosen one. Praise the great octopus. And what better sacrifice than the chosen one? Sacrifice him!
I am the great octopus. Fear my wrath. I am the great octopus. Fear my wrath.
Oh no, he's awakening.
Who's awakening?
Everybody keep calm. Everybody, run!
Eugene!
What is going on here?
Day of the Duck, sir? Today? Yes, of course, sir. Anat is the super, sir.
What is going on here?
Tie the rope to the cage. Quick!
A great knot, laddie. That should get you out of here.
What about you, Mrs. Gilman? I can't leave you down here.
Oh, don't worry about me, laddie. I'm a fish. I can swim. Besides, I'm High Priestess of the Great Octopus, you know. He won't harm me.
All clear! Up!
Tentacle! Tentacle!
Rah!
Little piggy, you've done it again. You saved my bacon.
Mr. George, we were so worried for you. I think I need a holiday now to recover from all this excitement.
Holidays are vastly overrated, Miss Ella. I don't recommend them.
Once again, so sorry for any inconvenience we might have caused you. We had no idea you had a thing in action on Detox Island. I hope we haven't hurt your operation too much.
Oh, don't worry, no harm done. Just the work of a couple of years destroyed in a couple of minutes. But the show must go on, as they say. We'll just pick up the pieces and... Ted? What are we gonna do, Ted?
We will tidy up the island and give it back to the fish people.
Oh, yes. We will tidy up the island and give it back to the fish people. The island is totally reduced to rubble, of course, but I guess the fish people can deal with that. They've done it before. The important thing is that your target is safe.
Oh yes, totally safe. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I hope I wasn't lying. You will be safe here, right?
In my own office, Gregory. Of course I'll be safe here.
Oh! We made it last! I've turned over every stone in Big Town for you, Pig Detective. Nobody messes with Doyle Loonian and lives to tell about it. Any last words? No!
I shot him.
Little piggy! No! Miss Ella, quick! Get your car. We're going to Babeltown.
A knapsack and a pocket of nickels. Early morning when there's no one around. I hear the sparrows sing the song of the morning. Must have heard that I'm heading to town. The whistle blares and I sit and stare at the dusty plains as they scurry away. Got no worries, just a grin and a promise. Every pig's gotta have his day. The big town calls my name. Everything's gonna go my way. Okay, bright lights and a sense of adventure. Who can know all there is to be found? I dust my knees, step onto the platform. Piggy's heading to town.
Hey, Butch, bought you a new cellmate. And guess what? This one's innocent too.